Hi everyone, welcome back to VLSI for everyone. Today we are going to talk about one of the most basic and important topics in digital design, adders. And I want to say this clearly at the start. If you do not understand adders properly, especially the carry part, then a lot of VLSI interview questions can feel confusing even when the answer is actually simple. So in this video, we will start with half adder and move to full adder, where we will talk about ripple carry adder and then carry look ahead adder. And by the end, you will understand why carry look ahead adders matter so much and why many people miss easy interview questions on this topic. Before jumping on to the half adder, let's just discuss about binary addition. Binary is just a number system like decimal, but it only uses two digits, 0 and 1. The rules of addition are actually very simple once you see the pattern. In decimal, the maximum digit is 9. So you generate a carry whenever the number exceeds 9. So let's say a decimal addition of 9 plus 1 is equal to 10, where a carry is generated. Similarly in binary, when you exceed 1, a carry is generated. So this is for decimal, and this is for binary. Now let us see the 4 possible cases for a binary addition. Let us say 0 plus 0, which gives a sum of 0. 0 plus 1 gives a sum of 1. 1 plus 0 gives a sum of 1, and then 1 plus 1. Now in binary, if you look at this, now in this addition, it exceeds the number 1. So it will generate a carry. It will contain 1 and 0. Here a carry is generated and my sum is 0. Now let us take another example. 1 plus 1 plus 1. Now here we can see that in binary addition, the number exceeds, the summation of these three numbers will exceed 1. So let us just add these two numbers first. 1 plus 1. We already know the sum for this is, sum and carry for this is 1 and 0. Now you add plus 1 to this. So the output will be 1 and 1, where your carry is 1 and your sum is also 1. Just try to understand both these cases, and using this concept, we will now move forward to a half adder. Now let us start with half adder. Half adder has two inputs A and B, and it has two outputs, carry and a sum. So now let us make a truth table for a half adder. 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1. So as we have learnt already, 0 plus 0 sum is 0. 0 plus 1 sum is 1. 1 plus 0 sum is still 1. And 1 plus 1 the sum is 0 and carry is 1. In other cases the carry is always 0. So now if we look at the sum first, the sum resembles an XOR gate, correct? And if we look at the carry resembles an AND gate. So if we have to make a half adder, we need one XOR gate and one AND gate. This is my A, this is my B. This is a half adder. Simple, right? But again, there is a catch. There is no input carry. See here, if you see, we have just added two inputs A and B, but there is no way we can calculate any carry bit coming from a previous addition. So this circuit is basically useless for a real multi-bit addition. So that is the flaw in a half adder. Now we will move forward to a full adder. Now coming to a full adder, let's first discuss the half adder. So a half adder has two inputs, A and B, and two outputs, which is sum and a carry, which is C out. Now in full adder we have three inputs. You have two inputs A and B and another third input, which is C in, and same two outputs. You have C out and a sum. This is my full adder. This is my half adder. So the only difference is the inclusion of a third input, C in, and that is everything, because in real binary addition carry keeps on moving from one bit to the next. Now looking at the three inputs will make the truth table. Sum, this is my C out. Now looking at the sum, 0 0 0 is 0, C out is also 0. Now looking at this, my sum is 1, carry is 0. 0 1 0 is again, sum is 1, carry is 0. Now coming to this 0 1 1, so here my sum becomes 0 but my carry becomes 1. Now coming to this again, my sum is 1, carry is 0. Now here again my sum is 0, carry is 1. Here again sum is 0, carry is 1, and at the last it will be sum 1 and carry also 1. Correct? Now looking at the logical expression for sum, we'll just see how the sum gets generated. So now looking at the logical expression for this, we have A bar B bar into C plus this is A bar B C bar, sorry, this C in, A bar B C in bar. Correct? Now coming to this, now I will just add here plus, this is A B bar C in bar, A B bar C in bar plus, and the final is A B C, A B C in. So this is my sum. Now since A bar B plus A B bar is equal to A XOR B, so my sum becomes C in into A XOR B, this is whole bar, plus C in bar into A XOR B. So the simplified sum version is sum equal to A XOR B XOR C in. Correct? Now similarly we look at the carry as well. Carry is equal to, so here the carry is A bar B C in, B C in plus, now here it is A B bar C in, A B bar C in plus there A B C in bar plus A B C, A B and C in. So this simplifies to this, I will make it C out equal to A B into C in bar plus C in plus C in into A bar B plus A B bar. So since we know that A bar B plus AB bar is A XOR B, so this will become A XOR B, and C in bar plus C in is equal to 1. So C out becomes A B plus C in into A XOR B. Now coming to the logic circuit, let's first make for the sum part. So we need two XOR gates. This is A, this is B, and the output feeds to another XOR gate which will give you the sum. Here one of the input is A XOR B, and the second input is my C in. So here you can see we have made the sum portion of the full adder. See, now coming to the C out. So first is C in and A XOR B. So we will make an AND gate here where one input will be C in and the other input will be A XOR B, correct? And this is another AND gate A and B. So we'll make another AND gate here. Those inputs will be A and B. Now both of them will be OR, and this will be my C out. So in terms of a logic gates, this is how you make a full adder. Now a full adder can be made as a part of half adders. So I will just make a full adder by using two half adders and an OR gate. Since we know the sum of a half adder is basically XOR of A and B. So here if we have two inputs A and this is B, A, B. So basically my sum will be, this sum will be the XOR of A and B, which will feed to the B port of my next half adder, and my A will be C in. So here I have made this sum equation where A XOR B plus XOR C in. So this will make C in. So this will make the sum of this half adder, and now we have C out, and we have the this is C out of this as well. So the C out is basically A and B, which is this part. Now we have C out here, so it will be C in and with A XOR B will be my C out. So both of them can now be ORed, and this will be my C out. So we can represent a full adder in terms of half adder by using two half adders. This is my half adders and one OR gate. One, two, three. So all of them will have the same inputs, A, B and C in. We have sum and C out. Again, A, B, C in, sum, C out. A, B, C in, sum, C out. So initially the carry will be 0. So we can consider this C0 as 0. Now A is my A0. B is B0. So the sum for it is S0, and it generates a carry C1, which gets connected to the C in of the next full adder. So this is C1. Here the inputs are B1, A1. Now adding A1, B1 and C1 generates a sum S1, and it generates a carry C2. That C2 gets connected to the C in of the next full adder, which has inputs B2, A2. Now adding A2, B2 and C2, it generates a S2 and a carry C3. So here the addition happens one stage at a time. First, the first adder will add and generate a carry. Then the second adder will add, generate a carry. Then the third adder will add and generate a sum and a carry. This is known as a ripple carry adder. Now there is one basic flaw in this adder, because the addition doesn't happen parallelly, it happens stage by stage. First the A0 and B0 will get calculated, then only we will move to A1, B1 and then to A2 and B2. So let us say if we have a propagation delay of 10 ns for each full adder, the propagation delay is the time it takes to generate the sum and carry after it has received the inputs. So for adding a 3-bit numbers, it will take 30 ns. Because of we have 3 full adders and each adder has a 10 ns of propagation delay. So if I have to add 2 16-bit numbers, the total time to add will be 160 ns, because it will take 16 full adders. That is unacceptable for a high-speed design. The primary flaw in a ripple carry adder is the cumulative propagation delay, where each full adder stage must wait for the carry out from the previous stage. This rippling effect makes the circuit slow for a large bit widths, as the total delay is proportional to the number of bits, hindering high-speed operation. In ripple carry adders, for each adder block, the 2 bits that are to be added are available instantly. However, each adder block waits for the carry to arrive from its previous block. So what do? We stop waiting for the carry and we start predicting it. That's the idea behind carry look-ahead adder. Instead of waiting for each state, we calculate carry in advance using logic. We can predict the carry using 2 concepts: carry generate, carry propagate. Carry generate means this stage will definitely create a carry, and carry propagate means it will definitely pass the carry forward. The equation for carry generate can be defined as when both the inputs A and B are 1. So it becomes A into B. This is my generate A and B. So here we can look at, for these 2 cases, my both inputs A and B are 1. In this case, a carry is generated. Similarly, for propagate, we need either of the A or B to be 1 and C in as 1. So it can be explained as A XOR B. Now, consider these 2 cases. Here, A is 1, B is 0 and C in is 1. Again, my carry is 1, and consider this case. Here A is 0, B is 1 and C in is 1. Here again the carry is generated. In rest of the cases there is no carry. So we can say a generate is A and B, whereas propagate is A XOR B. Now we can define the sum and carry in terms of generate and propagate. So the sum for a full adder is A XOR B XOR C in, which can be defined as S equal to this A XOR B we can define as propagate. So this is propagate. So I will just make it PI XOR. This is my CI. This is my sum. Now for carry, C out equal to, this is AB plus C in A XOR B. So this I can define as propagate This I can define as generate. So Ci plus 1 equal to Gi plus Pi in Ci. Now I can calculate C1. So how C1 will be calculated as G0 plus P0 C in. Similarly, C2 will be G1 plus P1 C1, which can further be simplified to G1 plus P1 G0 plus P1 P0 C in. Here you can see the complexity is high for a carry look ahead adder from a ripple carry adder. But the trade-off is the synthesis area will be high for a carry look ahead adder, but the execution time will be less. Whereas in a ripple carry adder, the synthesis area was small, but the execution time was large. So this is the main difference between a carry look ahead adder and a ripple carry adder. Where most students fail is they treat carry look ahead adder as a separate topic. It's not. It's just a smart extension of a full adder idea. In interviews, the question is rarely direct. They won't just ask to define a carry look ahead adder. They will ask something like, why is ripple carry slow? How can you improve adder speed? Can you optimize carry? And this is your moment. If you say carry look ahead with confidence and explain generate and propagate, you will stand out immediately. And that was the whole purpose of this video. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more content.